Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Today we discuss the flow of communication in an organization and communication network in an organization. So first of all, we should know what is an organization. An organization is a group of people associated for business, political, professional, religious, social, or other purposes. Its activities required human beings to interact and react. That is to communicate. They exchange informations, ideas, plans, and orders, needed supplies, and make decisions, rules, proposals, contracts, and agreements. All these activities requires one skill, that is communication. So we can say that communication is the lifeline of every organization. So first of all, we discuss the flow of internal communication. It is also of two kinds: formal internal communication and informal internal communication. Flow of internal communication. Internal communication, the formal communication network. The flow of information follows the official chain of command. So these are the some methods which can be helpful to understand the internal flow of the communications. First of all, suppose the president gives an order to the lower authorities. It travels from the upward towards the downward, and in the end it's come to law enforcement agencies for the implementation. There are also directions in which the information or communications flow with an organization. Number one, downward flow. Downward flow downward flow. Downward flow in an organization, organizational decisions are made at top level and then flow down to the people who carry them. When employees receive appropriate downward communication from the management, they become motivated and more efficient. They need clear job direction, safety, rules, facts about organizational strategy, products, and viewpoints on important controversial issues. They are also concerned about their benefits such as health, care, promotions, pensions, and training, etc. So, downward flow of the communication starts from the upper level and travel towards the down level. And now the second is upward flow. Upward flow. To solve problem and make intelligent decision, manager need what is going on in the organization. Upward, internal communication is also very important. Many executives want comments from employee in addition to the usual periodic reports. Successful manager listen closely to opinions, complaints, problems and suggestions, especially when these are clearly put forward. They want to know about problem, emerging trends. Now the next number is that horizontal flow. Horizontal flow takes place between peers in organization in order to solve problem, perform jobs, duties, prepare for meetings and cooperate on important projects. So you can imagine that people spend time on listening to and making requests, writing notes and memos and discussing and writing about projects, and they do it through communication. So this is the formal flow of the communication in an organization. Now the second step is informal internal communication. Informal internal communication. Every organization has an informal communication network, a grapevine that supplement official channel. It is important source of information. It is casual conversation of an organization. And now the second part of this block, the communication in an organization. Now the first one we have discussed, internal communication in an organization, and now the second is external communication in an organization. External communication that takes place outside the organization is called external communication. They write letter, proposal, report, telephone calls, or personal conversation can win back an angry customer, create a desire for a firm's product or services, encourages collections, motivate performance, and in general creates goodwill. So external communication in a formal way, planned communication with outside in a form of the memos, letter, reports, email, fax that flows company's chain of the command. So far concern of the informal communication, casual communication among customers, suppliers, investors, email, face-to-face conversation, phone calls and the discussions. So these are the channels through which a communication takes place in an organization. So now there are also various parts, aspects of the external communication in which now the unions of any organization play a very important and vital role for the accomplishment of the communication in an organization. Definitely, now the trade unions and also employer unions play their role to get the advantages in form of the enhancement of the salaries, and also in compensation they are committed to give the positive response which is totally going in favor of the company or an organization. So informal external communication, although external communication is formal, informal contracts with outside are important for learning customers' need. Plenty of high-level managers recognize the value of keeping in touch with the real world by creating opportunities to talk with and get feedback from customer and frontline companies. So now the ways of the external communication, in what ways organization can also make a communication with those elements. They are not directly relevant to this organization but also indirectly very close to the organization. Suppose any customer directly is not related to the organization but also another channel with the help of the workers is directly interlinked with the organization. The ways of the external communication: letter writing, pamphlets, annual reports, interviews with the new news media. Any of these forms is used to communicate externally. It depends on the needs of the communication. So for the effective communication, internally and externally can build a good reputation and have a positively impact on the ultimate success of the individual as well as organization. So indeed, these are the channels, these are the networks through a communication occurs from one channel to another channel, in which informal and formal as well as internal or external. So all kind of the communication which takes place in the organization is the combination of those elements which are directly or indirectly relevant to this organization. Internal channels also plays very important role because this is the responsibility of the internal channels, internal communicators, because they are responsible to give the favor of the organization. Their efforts are always fruitful for the company as well as for them in a form of the enhancement of the salary. So definitely such kind of the organization are considered very effective and organized organization. So in a way, if now the external communication is not effective, now the output cannot be achieved, because for the mutual purpose there could be a combination of the internal communicators and external communicators. If the internal communicators play their role as well as the external communicator also give their part for the benefit of this company or the organization. So in this way, both the plans, both the points are going in favor of the organization. So consequently, this will be very useful for the organization. So for this purpose, all communicators or communication channels should be subordinate, should be coordinate with one another for the achievement of a common purpose. So the network in an organization which are formal and informal, internal or external, are playing their role for the betterment and the best of this company. Thank you so much.